Tonight, a Siesta Key group continuing its fight to stop the Lido Beach Renourishment Project, why they say the project's permits violate several federal laws.
Plus, why Florida Fish and Wildlife is adding more than 1,300 additional alligator harvesting permits this year.
And after a racist note was found in a Sarasota hotel room, the hotel now sharing the details of its investigation. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us. First tonight, for those who want to hunt alligators in the state of Florida, now is your chance. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission made more than 1,000 gator harvest permits available starting this morning. Now, these permits are in response to updated alligator population management. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is live with more on what this permit entails. Dwayne?
Well, guys, the objective is to reduce population in areas where people and alligators are most likely to come into contact. And Scott, Jacqueline, we've seen all the stories on gator attacks within the last few months. Part of the problem, nuisance gators. So the FWC is issuing an additional 1,300 extra permits for all counties in the state of Florida, except for Miami-Dade and Monroe counties, Monroe being Key West. The statewide Alligator Harvest program has been around since 1988. The FWC says alligator hunting is one way to manage the more than 1 million gators in the state. These permits allow Floridians who are at least 18 years old to take two alligators per permit. Now, for more information on how to obtain one of these permits, you could go on our website, click on the story link, go on our website at mysuncoast.com. Reporting live in Sarasota, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Dwayne, thank you. The group Save Our Siesta Sand is not giving up its fight against dredging Big Pass to help renourish Lido Beach's shoreline. They're now taking it to the federal level. The group believes the dredging of Big Pass would create environmental issues, and they propose the sand should come from somewhere else. However, Sarasota City Manager says they have reviewed, analyzed, and studied with some of the best computer modeling in the country to show that the dredging will not negatively impact the environment. It's simply recycling the sand.
I would plead with the folks to, stop litigating, start collaborating. We certainly intend to do no harm. We won't allow any harm to be done. And if by some remote possibility anything negative happened, we would address it and adjust.
The previous lawsuit filed by the Save Our Siesta Sand Group was ruled not valid by a judge, saying the project did not create any threats or risks.
Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. I know he's been tracking Chris for us in the tropics. Any update on that tonight, Bob?
Get this, it's now a hurricane, and it's the second hurricane of the season. Interesting to note, since 1966, there's only been 2 hurricanes prior to July 10th ever on record. So there's only been, again, 4 other times since 1966 that we've seen 2 hurricanes prior to July 11th, I should say. And you can see quite clearly the eye now is well defined. A hurricane reconnaissance aircraft has been flying into the system, and winds now up to 85 miles an hour. But the good news is it's moving away from the U.S. So no problems in terms of heavy wind or rain, but big problems with heavy surf all along the coast here as a result of the waves generated from Chris as it heads off to the northeast. Again, we are expecting it to move away from the United States. It's moving to the northeast at 10 miles an hour. Another view of Chris from a color-enhanced satellite imagery. You can see the deep convection developing on the north end here, also on the southern portion of it with a well-defined eye here. Again, a lot of dry air to the west of it, so no real threat of any significant rainfall behind it. A lot of rainfall in the Bahamas, though, as a result of the remnants of what was Beryl. As it continues to be disorganized, there's a 50% chance it could redevelop into a tropical depression or tropical storm over the next 5 days. For us, not a lot of rainfall, although it has been heavy into Lee County just to our south, and Charlotte County getting some rainfall. Earlier there was a pretty big storm near Englewood and also near Rotunda. That has since moved on, but other showers are starting to pop here and there. Very isolated to say the least as a result of some dry air that's in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, but would not be surprised to see 1 or 2 lone showers pop up like we saw last night and produce a few lightning strikes. But currently there's not a whole lot going on here, and it should stay that way again tomorrow. You can see that one storm just south of Northport now near El Jobin. More on our forecast for the rest of the work week, and we'll take you into the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. We'll talk to you then. 3 days after ABC7 reported a racist note was found by an African-American family at Ovation Hotel, the hotel is now sharing the details of its investigation. In a statement released on social media, the hotel says they reviewed the electronic memory of the room's locks and found that there was no evidence to suggest any hotel staff member left the note in that room. They believe the note was already in the room and was likely left by a previous occupant. Tonight, Frank Davis, the man who found the note, is telling us new information on the investigation. Davis says, quote, "I am relieved to report that a person of interest has been identified by Marriott in the incident at the Ovation Hotel. The person of interest was a guest at the hotel who had been using the N-word to disparage Marriott associates and others at the hotel." He goes on to say, quote, "At this time, it seems likely that no Marriott associates were involved in the writing of the note or its placement in the room." Sarasota Police is continuing its investigation.
New at 5, the body of a man who went for a swim in a Sarasota Lake and never returned has been found. Deputies were called to the Camelot Lakes neighborhood this morning after a body was seen floating in the water there. Deputies say Naeem Hunter was reported missing Monday morning after jumping into that lake. His clothes were found near the water and his cell phone was found in a nearby home where he had been staying. The underwater recovery team found Hunter's body just before 9 this morning. The investigation is ongoing and a cause of death has yet to be determined.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office has joined the Neighbors app to provide the community with real-time local crime and safety information. The Neighbors network has helped catch package thieves, stop burglaries, and keep a neighborhood safe. The Sheriff's Office is urging people to download the app to share crime and safety-related videos, important photos and posts, and also receive safety alerts from your neighbors and local law enforcement.
Well, you'll never guess who stopped by the Sarasota Police Department this morning. It was an injured owl that was found in front of St. Martha Catholic School on Fruitville Road in Sarasota and brought to police, who have now nicknamed him Oscar. The facilities manager for Sarasota Police is a certified rehab person who Oscar will go to, and then eventually, after nursing him back to health, he'll release him back into the wild. Police say it was a real hoot getting to meet Oscar, the owl.
You know, with so many animals we've seen lately, I'm surprised an owl was here. A very beautiful animal, I think.
They sure are.
Yeah.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, all of the members of a boys soccer team and their coach have been rescued from a flooded cave in Thailand. What's next for them after that remarkable rescue?
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with an update on what's happening in the tropics, plus acupuncture for breast cancer-related pain. Could more needles actually bring more pain relief? We'll have that answer coming up next.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
From the moment she walked in the door, we stopped having to go to the pharmacy. Certain prescriptions, my health plan or the pharmacy wasn't even able to get here. And hospice provided them, and all we had to do was call up, and the next thing they know, there was another, a delivery.
Hello, I'm John Merce. Rugs As Art is celebrating yet another anniversary, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you for the many years of continuous support. All during the month of July, we're having a grand celebration. We have flooded our showroom with yellow tag specials, meaning more discounts and more savings than ever before, plus free padding. So don't miss this anniversary celebration at Rugs As Art, Sarasota's bigger and better area rug superstore.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The long and perilous rescue of a soccer team and their coach in Thailand is finally over. They're all safe after being trapped inside a flooded cave for more than 2 weeks. But doctors stress they're not out of the woods yet. ABC's Elizabeth Hurd tells us how they're doing tonight.
An incredible ending to a mission that seemed impossible just days ago. All 12 boys and their soccer coach rescued by a team of expert divers, guiding them through these dark and flooded passageways, a journey nearly 3 miles long. ABC's Matt Gutman was outside the cave when the news broke.
Really a moment of jubilation that nobody thought anybody here could pull off, and you can imagine the cheers erupting in this country as the news was delivered.
Across Thailand and the world, a huge sigh of relief.
Everybody will feel relieved, jubilant, you know.
And classmates of the boys even making signs, thanking the rescuers and calling them our heroes. The governor noting this former Thai Navy SEAL, Saman Kunan, died a hero after running out of oxygen during the mission. And now the road to recovery just beginning for these boys and their coach, all in an isolation unit at a local hospital undergoing blood tests. At least 2 boys suffering from pneumonia, but all said to be happy and even joking. They're now receiving medical and psychological evaluations. Doctors saying their young age was a factor in them surviving more than 2 weeks inside that cave.
Now, after the boys recover, the London Times is reporting that their parents plan on sending them to local monasteries to serve as monks for about 2 weeks to a month. This as a way of thanking Buddha for looking after them. We're told it is a common tradition there in religious families. Elizabeth Hurd, ABC News, New York.
And just a reminder, tonight you can watch a special edition of ABC's 2020 about that rescue mission in Thailand. Make sure to tune in tonight at 9 o'clock right here on ABC7.
Here in the Suncoast, an update now on a large man-made sinkhole in a Manatee County shopping plaza. The first repairs now underway at Cortez East Plaza. The hole has been an issue in this parking lot for at least 2 years now. The repairs are expected to cost around $200,000. Manatee County plans to put a lien on that property to pay for all that work, and the project should be done by the end of next month. A precautionary boil water notice is posted for businesses in that plaza. The water main repair is scheduled for Thursday. Water will be shut off from midnight to 4 a.m. Once service is restored, all water used for drinking or cooking should be boiled as a precaution. We will update you when that advisory is lifted. And be sure to download our news and weather apps to get those updates and more. Just go to WWSB or My Suncoast in the App Store. And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan joins us again now. We got stuff in the tropics. We got very few showers around this afternoon, although to our south they saw a little bit more action.
Yeah, we're seeing more now developing too, so we'll keep an eye on those for you. Interesting to note about the tropical season. In 2018, they came out with a forecast, a revised one just a couple of weeks ago. Nothing was happening, and all of a sudden 2 storms blow up, and both storms set records actually, with Beryl forming that south of latitude. Was only the second one ever to form that south of latitude that early in the season. On top of that, guess get a look at this. Chris is now a hurricane, and it's the second one in the 2018 hurricane season. Now, as far as that goes, it's the only fourth time that two hurricanes have formed by July 10th since 1956. Now, again, 66, I should say. That hasn't happened very often. And again, we have hot conditions here with isolated storms only in the forecast, and those storms will be slow moving. We have some popping up here and there, but a pretty nice day on the beach. And we're looking at, again, the Casey Key webcam showing generally sunny skies out there. Temperatures warming into the upper 80s on the beaches, low 90s inland with a heat index up near 100 once again. You can see that big rain down in the Lee County, also into Collier County down there, and also right there in western portions of Charlotte County, some pretty big storms. More storms starting to pop up and fire up. Not a lot. We would see this really filled up during a normal summer day, but that isn't happening quite yet. And it looks as though things will change for the weekend, too. I told you that we're going to see more of a westerly course and to our wind, and that brings showers along the coast in the overnight and the morning hours, and then inland, the main focus late in the day. That'll happen over the weekend, too. A shower there just south of Tampa. Another one just popped up on the border of Manatee and Sarasota counties, right there near Hidden River. A shower or two near Northport. So expect some spotty showers, better chances from Sarasota County southward, and those chances aren't all that high. One or two could pop up in Manatee County as well. So again, we'll keep a 20% chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm like we saw last night in the mix through this evening, and the forecast model suggests that too, heading off into the Gulf of Mexico. And then tomorrow, lots of sunshine around and just a few scattered showers as the sea breeze develops, with most of the activity and not much in the inland areas. And again, on Thursday, we start to see more of that westerly wind starting to develop again. This is at 11 a.m. with just a few showers along the coast, pushing off toward the east coast late in the afternoon and evening. Well, as far as Chris is concerned, it is a storm that is not going to be bringing a big impact to the United States. It is creating some heavy surf along the outer banks of North Carolina and Mid-Atlantic coast states. And this is the remnants of Beryl, and it produced a lot of rainfall over Puerto Rico. All that rain's gone now there. Still some heavy rainfall in the Dominican Republic as well as into Haiti at this hour. Some of the forecasts are still running the system off to the north and then eventually to the northeast. And as I mentioned, the National Hurricane Center giving this a 50% chance of redevelopment into a tropical depression or tropical storm over the next 5 days. Not much over the next 2 days. Temperatures hot all over the place. 92 now in Jacksonville. It's 92 in Orlando. And here locally, we have temperatures in the low 90s from Avon Park to Mayaca City, Northport. With the cloud cover and that little rain that's around Northport, it's 81 degrees there now. 91 in Sarasota, 85 in Cortez, and the Gulf water temperature at 87. 90 at the airport. It feels like 100 degrees, and winds are out of the west now at 13. Remember the hot weather safety tips. Slow down, dress for summer. That means light-colored, loose-fitting clothing, and watch what you eat. No heavy meals, obviously, and drink plenty of water. Try to stay out of the direct sun and go to air conditioning. That's always the best advice. Scattered showers tomorrow are in the mix. The heat index up near 100 once again. The rain chances aren't all that high, though. We'll keep them pretty low for this time of year at 30% for just a few scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. It's hot. Current temperature 97 in Denver right now, 97 in St. Louis, and 96 in Kansas City. It's been a hot summer so far, and temperatures staying hot all the way up to Minneapolis to around 97 degrees, the expected high. For boaters, winds will be very light. Winds will be out of the southeast, turning to the west at 5 to 10 knots. We'll have a light chop in the bays and inland water. Seas running less than 2 feet. And the extended forecast, well, there it is. Slight chance for scattered showers. A timing shift and change comes on Friday with a few coastal showers in the morning, and then main focus in the inland areas afternoon and evening. That stays with us all the way through Sunday, I believe, with a 40% chance coming back on Monday and Tuesday. Back to you.
All right, Bob, let's get a check on first alert traffic. Right now, from Bradenton, we're seeing the southbound lanes of US 301 backed up. This is just south of the DeSoto Bridge, and also some light traffic as you head north over the bridge tonight as well. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, breast cancer is the most common cancer in women. Unfortunately, the diagnosis and treatments themselves can create pain. ABC's Stephanie Ramos tells us about an old Chinese medical practice that could help relieve that pain.
Acupuncture. It's an old Chinese medical practice that continues to be used in new ways. A study from the Journal of the American Medical Association shows that doctors treating breast cancer are testing it for pain relief. They measured the pain levels of women taking breast cancer drugs called aromatase inhibitors. These important drugs can save lives, but a side effect is sometimes joint pain. The women in the study who had all gone into menopause divided into 3 groups. Some getting true acupuncture, some getting phony acupuncture, and some getting no acupuncture at all. No one was taking any other pain medicines. All of the women did get some pain relief. But here's the interesting part. The women getting the real deal acupuncture had the best improvement, more than a 58% decrease in their pain. The needle may indeed have a new niche, bringing cancer patients some relief instead of just another needle stick. With this Medical Minute, I'm Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
A new analysis of multiple studies published in Circulation magazine says multivitamins do not lower your risk for heart disease. Many people take multivitamins or supplements as a quick and easy way to improve their health. However, after tracking more than 2 million people in 5 countries for an average of 12 years, researchers found that multivitamins do not prevent heart attacks, strokes, or death from heart disease. Young pitchers who exceed pitch count limit are more prone to elbow injuries. According to research from the American Orthopedic Society for Sports Medicine, researchers found those who reported elbow pain after the season were associated with pitching numbers beyond current throwing guidelines. Researchers say they hope these findings like this will continue to direct young athletes, parents, and coaches to follow pitch limits to prevent further injuries. Coming up, a violent crash between a train and a car caught on camera in front of a train station, and how 2 flight attendants helped save this little dog's life. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Tomorrow at 9 on Suncoast View.
Nothing beats a day at the beach if you have the right stuff. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Our favorite Suncoast mom blogger is back with her picks on products to survive the sand and sun. And get ready for a musical review of songs you will know from shows you may not. It's tops from flops from the Players Center. Plus Cliff Rolls joins us and Metro Diner is in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 9 on Suncoast View.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
A deadly crash in California is caught on camera as a car collides with a train. The Buick is mangled while the train runs off the track. Police say the crossing arms were down and functioning, but the man driving the car still tried to go around them. The train operator and the roughly 20 passengers on board suffered no serious injuries, but the driver of the Buick and his passenger died there at the scene. The crash is still under investigation. The James fire is scorching parts of Nevada. Officials say the blaze is affecting about 260 acres in Douglas County. As of Monday night, the fire is about 30% contained. Some residents have evacuated their homes voluntarily. Authorities originally said more than 24 structures were threatened, but so far there's been no damage. 2 helicopters and an air tanker are being used to battle this fire.
TSA agents never know what may come up during a security sweep at Miami International Airport these days. On Monday, agents found a live python that someone attempted to hide within a computer hard drive. The snake was identified as either a ball or royal python, both of which are invasive species in South Florida and can cause major damage to the ecosystem. The passenger was traveling to Barbados, but he was not allowed to get on his flight. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service took the snake, and that passenger will be fined. A Massachusetts couple is crediting 2 JetBlue flight attendants for saving their dog's life. On the flight back home from Orlando, their 3-year-old French bulldog Darcy started showing signs of distress. They say Darcy's tongue and gums were blue and she was panting frantically. 2 flight attendants brought ice bags to help her cool down and an oxygen tank with a mask that Darcy could breathe through. The pup rebounded in just a few minutes and was fine for the rest of the flight. The couple wrote a letter to JetBlue thanking the company for helping them keep Darcy healthy. Coming up at 5:30, a Venice beachgoer finds a camera washed up on the beach. Why he's been determined to find out who it belongs to. And at 5:32, some Sarasota residents fight City Hall to keep their street name, what the city has finally decided on. And at 5:38, a look at the renderings for the new Tampa Bay Rays Stadium. Those stories straight ahead.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
I heard about the Totoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Totoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Totoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, and you're struggling to pay your bills while your case is dragging on, that's where Oasis Financial comes in. Only Oasis has Oasis Express Cash that can get you from $500 to $25,000 in as little as 24 hours, faster than anyone else. There's no risk and no out-of-pocket cost.
It was so simple. I made one phone call. Oasis was able to give me the money within 24 hours.
To pay for my electric bill, my rent, and my groceries for my children.
And even if you end up losing your case, Oasis lets you keep the money, so there's absolutely no risk to you. You don't have to worry about repaying Oasis.
If I had lost my case, then I wouldn't be responsible for paying the money back. And that was a blessing.
Oasis, they killed it, man. They helped me out. They gave me my life back.
See how much money you can get before your case settles. Call Oasis Financial because life moves faster than your case. 1-800-874-8185. 1-800-874-8185.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.